So, you've seen the Bourne Identity.
Yeah, I was coerced. Not coerced. I was
Contractually obligated.
forced to watch it. I liked it.
Pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, I liked it.
Right. You know, it's better than having an identity. Having a supremacy identity. Supremacy? Have you seen Bourne Supremacy?
I don't think you want to be the supremacist.
What if I'm a nice supremacist? A nicicist? What if I'm supremely nice?
Okay.
Like Gandhi.
Right. Maybe Gandhi was a dick. Like, that could just be one of those.
Like in Age of Empires.
Sure. We're so off the beaten trail here.
Have you seen Bourne Supremacy?
No.
All right, let's keep going.
Good God. Wow.
Yeah, these cold opens are hard. They get hard. I don't know what to do with them.
Oh, I had notes. What did I do with my notes?
I don't know. You did take notes.
I had
you
notes.
Questions.
Son of a.
Go get them.
I don't know where they are. I can't just go get them.
I'll go get them.
All right. Hi.
You entertain them for once.
They're probably on my desk. Yeah, just punch the microphone as you get up. No, it's not that.
Casual sex binge. No, that's not it.
Casual sex binge?
It says casual one, sexy. Oh, that's bingo.
It's not those. It's got to be out.
Probably out.
That's a work thing, just so you know. That's not.
Where you were sitting.
On the kitchen counter?
I don't see him. Where'd you put him? Did you take him downstairs with you?
No, they're right here.
Oh.
Close the door.
We live in a barn, though.
What?
We live in a barn.
Yeah, you want the cat on your lap in a minute?
I don't want that.
Okay,
I don't want that at all.
the cold open's fine, but let's start this part over.
Notes.
Holy shit, that was a you could use notes for your opening
I could.
your opening thing there. You just spilled water all over yourself. Are you all right?
Yeah.
Hello and welcome to the Movie Men Podcast.
Brady's got notes.
That's Carl.
That's Brady. That's Brady. I was going to do that.
I'm also known as the one in full control of his faculties. What
Since when?
the hell just happened to you?
No. I'm tired.
That's a big glass of vodka. That's
Went up my nose a little.
wow. Okay. I don't even. I'm so. There's no way to smoothly transition out of that into. So the Bourne Supremacy.
It all started because you forgot your notes.
The Bourne Supremacy. Holy shit. Okay.
Yeah. Initial
impressions. Listen,
just
can
dive.
I
We're
wait?
just gonna
Hang
dive
on,
right into
hang on.
this one.
Let's redeem the beginning of this a little bit. Will you indulge me a 60-second rant?
I'll time you.
Yeah, I mean it'll probably even
right,
be
ready?
less.
Go.
So
I can't see that.
this might piss some people off. Some people are going to be offended by this. No, be engaged at least. Look at me.
I'm timing you.
But either there's people who are going to watch this and they'll disagree.
Seconds.
There's people on my Facebook that aren't going to like this. It seems in the last 5 or 6 years, there's this trend now of posting a picture of your child and then putting an emoji over their face.
30 seconds. I never put my children on social media.
So that people can't see the picture of your child. Hang on, no, stop. Let me just get through this. It's,
Go on, keep going.
No, because you're only delaying. No, fuck you. No, you're just delaying this whole thing now.
60 seconds.
Yeah, well,
45.
you know what? Yeah, you know what? It's my show. I'll edit you.
You were never going to keep on 60 seconds anyway.
But there's this thing where like, all my Facebook feed is just these people that are like putting emojis over the face of their children. Sometimes like a smiley face, and sometimes like a monkey or something.
Yeah, schools will do it when they don't have permission to share. I do it with my work when I don't have permission to share students.
Sure, I mean that's something. But like when you're posting a picture of your own kid, and I understand if it's like, oh, we took a family photo, but my kid is 6 and I don't want their image out there. That's one thing. If you're posting a picture of just your kid,
like you get on a horse or something.
How cute is it? My kid's playing with blocks, but I don't want you to see the kid. Don't post the picture. Like, what are you doing? The thing that really drives me wild is when, so there's that. There's the like, oh, my kid's 6 and they can't consent to being on the internet or whatever. I don't know. Okay. But then there's also like putting an emoji over the face of your baby that's 3 weeks old. Get a life. I mean, that's not even a 3-week-old image of your child is not your child's.
Oh, look at her chubby arms and the big smiley face you put on it.
In another 3 weeks, your baby's not even going to look like that anymore. Your baby will not be identifiable as that baby. So just, I don't know. I'm sorry. This is turned into the whole thing with the watch and the timing thing. It was less. I had a whole thing and it just kind of sputtered.
You said 60 seconds.
But how? But do you see them on your timeline?
I don't.
Wow. Okay.
No, I don't see that.
Just leave me here in the mud.
No.
Anyways, it drives me nuts because I saw a couple of them the other day from a couple different people, and I'm just like, this is literally a photo of just your kid.
I mean,
you'd be like, look at what my kid did today. By the way, your kid has a face of an emoji.
I don't care enough to vocalize it the way you have, but I have an opinion one step further than that. Then I don't understand why people put their kids on social media in the first place. That's a whole nother ball of wax.
I mean, but for some people, I mean, you know, it's whatever, right? Like if you're sharing like, hey, here's the pictures from our summer vacation. And in those pictures of our summer vacation,
yeah, but
our 10-year-olds in some of these photos. Great.
I don't get that. Like, if you care, if people care enough to see your photos, invite them over and show them your photos. Call me old school.
Yeah, but that's not the whole point. Like,
I know what the point of social media is, but
right. Your aunt that lives in Australia that you can't invite over.
Then email her pictures, Skype her, and
you're so old. Like put the pictures in the envelope and put the stamp on the envelope and send the photos.
You email them. Just share a Google Doc.
Yeah, but
you're so old.
No, okay. No. Hang on. Sharing a Google Doc is more modern, and I can get on board with that. Nobody under the age of 45, maybe 50, is conversationally sending emails. Emails is strictly business now. It's just business. No one goes like, no one's pen paling via email.
No.
Email's not what it was.
But if I have a bunch of pictures I want to send somebody, I can email them. I have emailed them.
I guess. I mean, yeah, I don't know. It's just a picture of a kid.
Yeah,
It's not a big deal.
then why put it on social media in the first place?
No, because you want to share the
Then share a Google Doc or email them.
So why put any picture on Facebook?
It's a good point. Why?
Your
Why?
your arguments.
Why put anything on Facebook?
You do.
It's
you have put pictures on Facebook.
I scroll Facebook. I hardly put anything on
put
Facebook.
There
I
are
have
pictures
put
you've posted
in the past.
Yeah, where you're like, oh, look at this sick new snowboard I got.
Yeah, in the past.
Yeah, so you'd be like, oh, look at this sick thing that my kid did. Look at this great picture my kid drew.
But that's my kid, not me. A big difference.
I guess. I don't know. I feel
Why would
like
I want to put my kid out there for the world to see?
I feel like I'm old-fashioned in the sense that, like, your kid is...
My job as a parent is to protect my kid from the world until they're ready to enter the world.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Why would I put his image out to the world when he's a kid? I don't
know. I mean, I also fall in that camp of, like, people are like, and I'm like, there's a picture of your 6-year-old on Facebook. What do you now think is going to happen to your 6-year-old?
The image is out there for the world.
Ooh. Anyways,
I don't. Why would you want anybody to have access to your kid?
They don't.
That image.
But that's not access to your kid.
That's an image. It's too close for comfort.
All right. Doesn't make a ton of sense to me. But
now we're rabbit hole.
There's no pictures of your kids on social media? I feel like there is.
I don't think so. Not that Emily or I have posted.
Interesting. I feel like
we're in the same vein of that.
I feel like I've seen some, but maybe not.
We had the same opinion before we were even together on this.
Yeah. I feel like there was, but maybe not.
No.
Interesting. Okay. Anyways.
If it was a slip.
Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah.
Initial impressions?
Sure.
Take it away.
All right. So, sequel to Identity. And you ended the last Bourne episode, but saying, like, where do you go from here?
I understood where you could go.
You had ideas where they could go, but it was wrapped up nicely.
Yeah, I was saying,
like, why would you?
I don't think this movie ends and you go, it needs a sequel.
Mm-hmm.
I can see. So I will say, when it comes time for my initial impression, one of the things that the question I wanted to answer for myself while watching this was, does this feel like a cash grab?
Right. And I would say, from my initial impression, no, this is awesome. I think it ties in beautifully. It continues the story. It hits you so hard right off the bat. And then it just like that tension just drives right through until the kind of the conclusion at the end. It's an awesome film. What did you think as an initial impression of this film?
Okay, so I mean, should I answer the question, does it feel like a cash grab? Because that feels sort of initial impression-y.
Sure.
So does this film feel like a cash grab? Yes. But
What?
But that's okay. It's okay that it feels like a cash grab. Because here's the thing. I mean, this is something that drives me wild. And a lot of film fans, I mean, I've talked about this before. A lot of film fans don't seem to get it. Cash grab, define cash grab, right? Because cash grab, I feel like, has gotten this, it's always treated as a negative thing. It's treated with this negative tone of like, you're just making this movie to make money.
Yeah, it would be like an unnecessary sequel to something that absolutely didn't need it.
Right. All films are unnecessary. No sequels are needed. And every film ever is to make money.
I don't know if I'm using the word right, but that's a pedantic. I think that's is that the right word? I'm going to look up the definition of pedantic.
Why do you say that?
All films are unnecessary.
Yeah, no film has ever been
drinking Coca-Cola is unnecessary. Like that feels like a really
no, I know, but was
weak argument.
No, but in order to get to the bottom of, so then I would say that the use, like the defining cash grab as an unnecessary film is too vague or too loose a definition, because ultimately no film is necessary.
Sorry, I'm stuck on pedantic. Someone who is extensively concerned with minor details, rules. So I probably used that wrong.
Yeah, it was the right
Rather
neighborhood.
than focusing
You're
on
in the right
bigger
neighborhood.
Picture or truer understanding. Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Right. So anyways, all I'm saying is, yes, if it's like, we didn't really need that, or no one was asking for it and you just did it to make money.
If we were trying to think of like a good film that's got like a solid ending that they would make a sequel to.
Toy Story 3.
Sure. Right? So Toy Story 3.
Yep.
Great ending.
Yep. Felt like the perfect end.
Yeah. So more story to be told? Yeah,
Could be.
Maybe.
Don't need it.
Don't need it. For a cash grab? I would say absolutely.
Yes.
Good or bad, it's still a cash grab.
Just like every film ever. Every film is a cash grab. Every film is an attempt to make as much money as you possibly can.
You're completely subverting the definition of a cash grab by saying that.
No, I mean, we're in the process of trying to define it.
Right.
So that's what I'm asking.
But saying
you.
the initial product is a cash grab in itself subverts the definition.
So what is the definition? That's why I asked you to define it.
I said like a sequel to something that doesn't need it.
Okay.
Right.
So then every sequel is a cash grab.
Be
I'm willing to adjust it to that. Every sequel is a cash grab.
I buy an apple. I eat the apple. It's delicious. Do I need another apple? No, I'm full. I'm happy. But I go get another apple. That apple is unnecessary.
Yeah. No. But
it's a apple grab.
Right. No. But this is not the same thing, because no one's producing that apple hoping that you specifically are. Do you know what I mean?
I bought the apple.
Yeah, but apples are
paid money for the apple.
Yeah, but apples.
I went to the movie. I paid money for the movie.
Right, but no one's choosing to produce a second apple. Right, like the apple's growing, and the apple's going to be. You can poke
hole in my analogy, fine.
The apple's going to be in the store whether you go and eat it or not.
I think in the definition of a cash grab, you can't have a cash grab unless there's an original product to
and
try and milk more out of.
Yeah, and that's fine. So, like I said, I'm willing to adapt my statement to every sequel is a cash grab. Okay. Every sequel is we made money off that. So we made enough money to
Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers is a cash grab?
Absolutely.
Even though it doesn't complete, the story is not complete at the end of the Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring?
Absolutely. Because the
story's not done.
Right.
You're literally right in the middle of the story.
Right. But the decision to make 3 instead of making the Lord of the Rings one movie. Now, I get it. I know it's 3 books. I know this is like
going
the
down
appropriate.
a road.
No,
That doesn't make
you're not
sense.
willing to. What I'm saying is, my initial statement is this film is a cash grab. It feels like a cash grab in that this movie, the first movie doesn't end with some cliffhanger. It doesn't end in a way that is saying
it doesn't end like Fellowship of the Ring.
I'll
grant you that point.
We need more.
I granted that point in
Sure.
in our
So
Bourne
you know what?
Identity
Maybe Lord of the Rings. Maybe the Lord of the Rings is a poor example, and I'm going to rescind the Lord of the Rings as a cash grab because it does end like it's
which means not every movie is a cash grab.
But because in that case, although The Two Towers is a sequel to Fellowship of the Ring, it's really more of a part 1, part 2, and part 3 of the Lord of the Rings.
Sure, but they're still sequels.
Yes,
It's a sequel is something that comes after.
Sure. But I would say that this film still falls in that category of cash grab because the story didn't require further explanation. This film was made because the first film was successful enough, made enough money that the studio went, we think if we make another one, we can make a bunch more money.
Also, there were 2 more books, so the story wasn't done.
Sure, but you don't have to adapt. You don't have to adapt that.
Yeah. I think you had pointed out in the Identity episode, they made it in a way that if it didn't do well, it's fine.
Yeah.
If it did do well, they could proceed along with the other 2 books.
The entire MCU is a cash grab. 100%.
I would grant you that.
100%. Every Star Wars film except for the first one, the 1977 film, is a cash grab. Because you're not making those, like, even George Lucas, if he's like, I'm going to lose money making these films, he's not going to make them. It's at the end of the day, it's film business. It's about making money. You may have a story that you want to tell, that you're hoping to tell, that you really want to tell. But if the money's not there, the money's not there, and you're not going to make it. You're not going to keep making it.
It's not going to get made.
Right.
That doesn't mean that if it makes money, it's a cash grab, I don't think. If the story is there and it's ready to be told and the studio is like, oh yeah, we can make money off that. I don't think that necessarily makes it a cash grab if it's going to be profitable.
I think it is.
I think if there's narrative, if there is adequate narrative, that it's not just being, if the narrative is not written for the sake of making money, but the narrative is written for the sake of the narrative, then it's the cash grab argument is less.
I disagree because I think it's a misconception among many fans, and I'm not saying this never ever ever happens ever, but it's so rare that it's statistically non-existent that a film is made because the studio goes, this is just a story that needs to be told. This story just needs to be told.
But the artists making the film are.
Sure, but if the studio doesn't say yes, the artist doesn't make a film. So it's the studio that's greenlighting the film. That's
what I was just saying, right?
Yeah.
Like just because the film can make money, because the studio says, ooh, this is going to be a gold mine.
Yeah.
I don't think necessarily makes it a cash grab if there's a narrative to be told.
Perfect example is recent statements from James Cameron saying, I'd like to make 4 and 5 Avatar. He says, but I got to figure out a cheaper way to make these. And he says, if I can't, then they might not get made. It's not a guarantee that I'm going to do. And this is James Cameron's, like, for the last 15 years. Like, this is the story of Avatar, right? And he said, if they don't get made, I'll hold a press conference or whatever, and I'll tell you how it ends, how it's supposed to end. But even James Cameron, in his infinite more money than God, could fund these films out of his back pocket at this point, is going, but if they don't make the studio money, then we're not making them.
But if he is saying, I have a story, and if the studio won't make it, I'll just tell people. So he has a narrative there. He's got a story he wants to tell.
But he's James Cameron. He doesn't need the studio.
Yeah, but he's got a story there. He wants to. If he still wants to make his money back at the least.
Yeah.
Right. Like, it's not free to make a movie. He's got to pay people. People need to. He's got to hire people. He's got to pay them. He's got to. If he's going to invest his own money, he's got to make that money back.
Yeah, which he would.
So, I don't think calling a movie that has a narrative that makes sense, that isn't forced for the sake of.
Okay, hang on.
Forced for the sake of. That's what I'm saying.
So is this part? This is part of the definition then. So that's
what I've been trying to say.
Narrative. Okay.
Yeah. That's what I've been trying to say. Like, I would say, like, the Die Hard franchise. Mm-hmm. I would say those are forced narratives.
Okay.
Right. Some of them might be good. Some of them might be like you were saying. Just because it's a cash grab doesn't necessarily make it a bad thing.
Yeah.
Like, I've already conceded, the MCU is definitely a complete cash grab. I don't.
Do you think that whole narrative is forced? There's no way.
I think when you start, like, you've got. I would say that introducing a new character to the universe is forcing a narrative into that world. So you've got Iron Man, and I would say that Captain America gets integrated in that nicely because they do little drops. But then you introduce Doctor Strange, who you've never had any Doctor Strange stuff in this universe before. You're forcing magical attributes into this world now.
Which so then can't be, by your definition, Doctor Strange cannot be a cash grab because Doctor Strange is not a sequel. Doctor Strange is the first Doctor Strange film.
We're not talking about. We're talking about narratives. We're talking about the MCU as a whole.
Well, I'm still just trying to nail down the definition of cash grab, because this is all birthed out of you not liking me starting my initial impression by saying that the Bourne Supremacy is a cash grab.
I don't think it is. We have a varying opinion on it,
and that's fine. We're allowed to think different things.
No, we're not.
But
good conversation.
But so my opinion is, and again, it all depends on how you define cash grab. I think this movie is made solely for the purpose of making more money. That's my perception. I don't think that's a bad thing, right? Against popular belief, studios, just like the studio that made this, only ever, and this is not studio corruption. This is the way it should be. You don't have to like this, but it's the way it should be. A studio should only ever take into consideration, what do the fans want? If the answer to that question will put more asses in theater seats. That's it. They're not in the business. They didn't make, going back to the MCU, Marvel did not make Endgame. Even the Russo brothers. The Russo brothers did not make Endgame going, doesn't matter if all we do is break even, because this is what the fans deserve. No. The decision of what do the fans want is pondered so that we start to tease those, that we put those elements in our film, we tease those in trailers, and we sell the shit out of this film, and we all go on vacation. We all buy another island, right? And so
capitalism in the free market.
Exactly. And that's the thing. It's the movie business. Show business, right? Not show hugs and kisses.
You make a good product, people will buy it.
Exactly. When your grocery store
that costs money.
When your local grocery store brings in a wonderful new flavor of ice cream, it's not because the owner of that grocery store is going, you know what the people in this town deserve? No. He's bringing in that ice cream, exact same concept. He's bringing in that ice cream because he's going, I think we'll sell a shit ton of this.
Now, he might have a contract that he has to put a certain amount of different stuff on his.
Well, let's say it's a privately owned. Sure. Anyways, so my initial impression. Holy shit!
You're supposed to keep it short, dude.
Yeah, and then you were like, cash grab. I think it's a cash grab. I think that's okay. I don't. Yeah, I went into this movie skeptical. I went into it thinking, this better be real good because I don't have a hankering for more.
Right.
I like the first one. I think it ends in a really nice button on it kind of way. So I don't need more. I'm up for more because the first one was good, so why not? But I'm satisfied with this narrative. Having watched it now, and I'll leave my initial impression at this. Having watched it now, I think it's good. I'm going to hold my hand close to the chest on whether it's better than the first one or not.
Okay.
That will literally only be revealed when I give my final score.
All right.
Having watched it, I don't feel like it was needed. Which I think is a part of why I feel like it's a cash grab, right? Is the movie ends and I go, oh, that was good. And yes, you've explained more than I knew before, but it wasn't stuff I needed. You answered questions I wasn't asking, right? And so it does feel like a continuation. It doesn't so much feel like I kind of expected, except for right at the end when she's like, this is your real name and you were born in Missouri and you blah, blah, blah. And this is how old you are and whatever. Then all of a sudden it's like, okay, exposition dump and like we're filling in some blanks here. But all of the other stuff in this film that was backstory that took place before the first film, so the murder of the Neskis, had nothing to do with the first film. Had nothing to do with him getting on that boat and losing his memory and yada, yada, yada.
Loosely it does.
Really? If you're going to say because it's his first mission in the career that ultimately lands him, that's so weak.
No, I would not. Like, I would say that the two people in charge were dirty. Like they had used him for nefarious purposes to make themselves rich.
Right.
And they are now using him again to escape punishment. Well, one of them is because the other one's dead. Then like that kind of ties into that first movie.
It's got nothing to do with the mission when he's on the boat.
No, but I mean, the mission on the boat was a very small part I mean, outside the fact that that's what gives him amnesia.
It's literally,
that's what gives him amnesia.
yeah.
But it's a very small part of the film.
Yeah. I mean, I think I would have walked away from this film feeling more like, ooh, this is it was connected and felt like a continuation of the first. It wasn't as interwoven as I hoped it would be. It wasn't as intertwined with the events of the first and filling in. Right. So it was kind of like it's kind of like the first movie was a jigsaw puzzle. And by the time the movie was over,
we're kind of out of initial impressions here.
Yeah, we are. It's kind of like it was a jigsaw puzzle, and when the movie ended, 40% of the pieces were in place. And I was content.
A satisfying 40.
Yeah, and I was content with that 40. I didn't need any more. Mm-hmm. My hope for this film would be that all of a sudden we're like, ooh, but this piece fits here. And now we can see a little bit more of the picture. And this piece fits here. And now we can see a little bit more of the picture. Whereas it instead felt like, oh shit, what we thought was the right-hand border isn't actually the right-hand border, and there's a whole other second puzzle that just pushes up against it. Right? Like it just didn't have that intertwined feel that I thought would have been fun.
I think this film brings to light that Treadstone was not all that it seemed to be.
We knew that. We knew that.
We knew that. No, I don't think we did.
It's corrupt as shit in the first film.
But we don't know why it's corrupt. We know it's corrupt, but we don't know why or what they're doing.
Yeah.
We just know it is.
Yeah,
right? We know this gray-haired bureaucratic CIA guy is dirty. Why is he so twisted? Right? We unravel that here
because he's government. Do you know what I mean?
But I think like in watching this film, we have good guy CIA lady. What I'm gonna use actual character names here.
Landy or something.
Yeah. Pamela Landy.
Yeah.
Like Pamela seems like straight shooter.
It's Agent Landy. Just so you know.
We're on a first name basis.
Oh.
Pamela and me. Yeah.
Okay.
We're tight. Okay. We're like this.
Okay. All right. But you know what I mean, though? Like the information that we learn about them in this film, they felt like manufactured scenarios to further their story, as opposed to being like there was no aha moment. There was no, it all makes sense now.
So here's what I'll grant you, and that we don't learn a lot more about Jason.
No,
we learn about his first job, which ended up being off the books. We learn a narrative dump about him at the end.
Yeah, which
that's for the that he still struggles with his amnesia.
Meh.
Not a lot. The kind of narrative unfolding comes from other people, and I would argue that it's not a side shit like it's you were saying like there's a puzzle here and now there's a whole other puzzle that attaches. I would argue that we don't get enough of the puzzle to make it a whole lot more interesting. If I were to kind of argue back,
I guess. Or
if you had, what did you say, like 40-something%?
It just feels like
of the puzzle uncovered from the first one. This one probably only adds like 10% more to that puzzle.
Right. And in the okay, great, you filled in some of the sky. That's not what I was.
Yeah.
That's not what we cared about here. Yeah.
I would argue that this sky is beautiful and a lot of fun.
Again, like I said, it was a good movie. But yeah, you don't end the first movie. These things that we learn, okay, sure, we know it's corrupt. We don't know how it's corrupt.
Or why?
Yeah, but we don't end the first movie. Nobody ends the first movie going, but it doesn't make sense, right? Like, they're not questions. It doesn't matter.
No.
It doesn't matter. And so then in this, the fact that...
there's still a problem that they're still out there.
When we learn things, it's not like... It's not like the picture of Jason Bourne comes any closer into focus.
And it's not supposed to in this film.
But I feel like that's a misstep. I agree that it's not supposed to, but it should have.
Yeah,
and
yes and no.
I know there's a book and that they're adapting the book. I don't know how accurate to the book this film is.
I would say that in the sense of a narrative trilogy, usually the second in a narrative trilogy.
Are you implying that they were intending, that they knew they were making a third when they set out to make this, when they wrote this script?
Yeah. I would say that when they made the first film,
yeah, they
had hopes and intentions of making the second and the third books into a film.
Because that's important. If it is, then we've got some ground to stand on here.
Right. And so, and that being said, the second act of a 3-act is usually the characters are not set up in super ideal positions.
Right.
This one doesn't leave Bourne in a horrible position. Like, I think one of the best movies that kind of trilogies that do this 3-act play really well is Star Wars. In that the first one kind of sets everything up, ends in a good way. The second one continues the story, but leaves your heroes in a precarious position. And the third one is the triumphant recovery and ultimate victory.
Right. Hang on.
What are you trying to look up there?
Well, I'm just looking up some production, like a little bit of the timeline here.
Anyway.
Well, because it feels like... Why can't I just... You stupid... It's an important plot... not plot point. It's an important thing on whether or not they set out to make 3.
Sure. Yeah. I'm very distracted by having your laptop on your lap.
Now you know how I feel when you're always sitting on your phone there.
I'm not always on my phone.
Quite a bit.
Okay.
About as much as Brienne is.
What?
Oh, she's so bad for it. And I don't think she'll watch this, so I can say this. But
it sounds like a conversation you should be having with her. And
I do all the time. Like I'll like pause a movie to go get a drink of water. The time between the movie being paused and then replayed is 30 seconds. She's got a game open. And I'm like, what is that? You're the same way. If I go downstairs to like go pee or whatever, you're like scrolling Reddit
I don't know
or
if
whatever.
You're taking a dump. I don't go on Reddit.
The short answer is no. When they made the Bourne Identity, there was no master plan to make a trilogy, and certainly no guarantee that sequels would happen. While Hollywood studios always hope for a franchise, production of the first... Okay, this is interesting. Production of the first movie was a disaster. The production of the Bourne Identity is famous in Hollywood for being a mess.
Interesting.
Director Doug Liman constantly clashed with Universal Pictures. The studio was unhappy with his indie-style filmmaking, the pacing, and the budget overruns. That would be frustrating. if he's like making a film indie style, but also blowing through the budget.
They did wreck a couple of cars.
The movie was significantly delayed, and they had to do extensive reshoots, including a completely new ending because the studio didn't have faith in the original cut.
Oh, I wonder if they still have the alternate end, the original ending.
At one point, executives were so worried that the movie would flop that they tried to sell the rights to other studios just to cut their losses. Unlike modern franchises, this is big. Unlike modern franchises where actors sign a 5-picture deal up front, Matt Damon was not contractually obligated to return for sequels. So no, they make the first movie and they're like, I don't know, we might make a sequel if all the stars align.
There is an original alternate ending. It's available. Ooh, I probably have that on my DVD.
Even after...
I remember this scene. The original alternate ending would have set this up better. Because he... like the key details about the alternate ending. The alternate ending shows Bourne searching for Maria, falling down and being drugged. And in that, like the people that drugged him are like the Treadstone people.
Okay. Damon only agreed to come back for the Bourne Supremacy because the first movie was a surprise hit and he liked the new director, Paul Greengrass. Even after the second movie, Damon and Greengrass said they were done. They only came back for the third one after being convinced that they could finish the character's emotional arc. The movies are based on novels by Robert Ludlum, which were a trilogy, The Identity, Supremacy, and Ultimatum. However, the filmmakers threw out almost everything from the second and third books except the titles.
Really?
Yeah. So if they had planned the movie trilogy from the start based on the books, the story would have looked very different. Instead, they wrote the sequels from scratch to fit the tone of the first movie, often writing the script while they were shooting. So no, this is not
that makes me want to read the books.
Yeah, but this was not made to be. The director was when this is done, I'm done. Matt Damon's like, when this is done, I'm done. This was made to be the sequel, the second and last one. In which case,
sure.
In which case, it doesn't add enough value to justify making it. It really doesn't. Now, if watching the third one, this film does feel like the second act of a 3-act arc, then I might look back on this one with like it might fit into the ensemble real nicely, but in a vacuum on its own as a follow-up to Bourne Identity, with the knowledge that that there's not someone sitting there frantically writing out the third one while Matt Damon's shooting this one. This doesn't offer. This is not. It's not justified. I don't think it's justified. It doesn't add enough. It's fun. It's a fun movie. It's a fun adventure. You get more fun action.
Feel like we're back to the cash grab.
But it's a cash grab. This is totally a cash grab. Anyways,
we need to move on to the content.
So I've got some items on my list here.
Sure.
Some of them are positive, some of them are negative. They're all kind of
okay. Let's go through your list.
Maybe there's a tactical, medical something that I'm unaware of. I don't know. As far as I'm concerned, correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. I know you will. Mouth to mouth underwater is the stupidest thing I've ever seen.
I don't know anything about that.
Stupidest thing I've ever seen. The whole time I'm sitting there and and I'm like, so her lungs are full of water And so I understood the first breath. I was like, okay, he's trying to like maybe buy some time or jumpstart something. So he's gonna breathe into her lungs, give her some air, and then get her up to the surface. And let's get that water out of her lungs and do that. But he does the first breath and then he pulls away and he just kind of like watches. And then he goes in for another breath and he pulls away and he's like, it's not doing anything. Yeah, you're underwater, jackass. That was the stupidest thing I've ever seen.
I write it off as
he's
just hoping that she's not actually dead. She's dead before he puts her lips on her.
I agree that scene is a write-off. I do think his memory loss in this one is not as well executed. Because presumably after the events of the first film, so in the first film, he wakes up, he doesn't know who he is, he spends 2 weeks trying to figure out who he is, and it's after 2 weeks that he starts to discover, he starts to learn some things. He discovers, I don't know how I know how to fight, but I know how to fight.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how I know how to think tactically, but I'm thinking tactically. In this film, and then presumably, following the events of what we just saw, he spends 2 years just kind of doing life.
While actively trying to live under the radar.
Well, actively trying to live under the radar, sure. It
like
seemed...
They've bounced around.
I guess it's been 2 years that we haven't seen. It just seemed something.
The effects of the amnesia while still not remembering things would become a normalized thing.
Sure.
Even though they might be frustrating.
I think what got it for me was the scene where he's at the airport and he's just knocked out the two, like the
right.
border patrol guys. Yep. And in the 8 seconds that he has in that room before he's got to get the hell out, he like disassembles a phone, pulls a friggin' bug, a tap out of his back pocket, installs it in the, like, does some real Mission Impossible bullshit. And to me, that just kind of felt like, I mean, maybe you order these on eBay or something, and over the course of the 2 years,
it's in India, man,
maybe. But it just felt like a betrayal of what made that character fascinating, right? What made the character fascinating in the first one, and ultimately what makes Bourne fascinating in that first movie, is yes, he's talented. He's capable, but he doesn't know why he's capable.
The mystery.
In this one, all of a sudden, there's no mystery. And he felt...
Why would there be?
And he felt... No, exactly. But, like, the problem is that all of a sudden, he just feels... All of a sudden, it's like, well, this is just a spy movie now. And there's enough spy franchises out, like... You had a gimmick. The gimmick was amazing, but the gimmick's gone now, and so now you're sort of just shoehorned into this genre.
It's shoehorned.
No, the character becomes
like his ability to do these things and attain these things and be able to use these things isn't shoehorned.
It's the same shit that Ethan Hunt can do, but just not as cool because Ethan Hunt's got even better gadgets.
It's more grounded. Which is true to this series.
Yeah. I don't know.
Like he's the first film established that he can do things and he knows about things even if he doesn't actively remember them. They just kind of come naturally. So if he realizes, okay, because that was all planned out. Like he intentionally got caught.
So how many cell phones has he bugged in the last 2 years?
Well, he's probably doesn't need to do any because it's all secondhand for him. It's been ingrained into him, trained into him.
So how would he know to order bugs?
He probably just knows. Like it's in his memory. It's locked in there.
And where's he getting them from?
He's in India or anywhere else. He's I don't know.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
he's the first film established that he is capable of doing whatever he wants to do when it comes to espionage.
Yeah. But it's just less cool when it's not that.
When it's not mysterious, it's like, how does he know how to do it?
Yeah.
Well, we know how.
But no, not even like. I'm okay knowing, but this film lacks those moments of. It would have been nice if in this film there's one or two things that he has to do, which are still new even to him. Right, that for whatever reason have not come up in the last 2 years, and he's unlocking new skills that he had in his old life, just to keep that element. Again, that's your whole.
He never had to do that in the first one.
What are you talking about? Every time he throws a punch in that's him unlocking a skill set. He doesn't know where it came from.
He was always able to...
unlocked it in terms of like unlocking a memory or tapping into something that's ingrained in him that he doesn't know where it's coming from.
I feel like there's like a verbiage disconnect here. Because if I were to say what happens in the first one is he is surprised he can do these things. He's not unlocking them. He does them and he's like, oh crap, I can do this thing. It's not unlocking. He was always able to do it even with the amnesia. That skill always existed. It didn't get unlocked.
Yeah. I mean, I think you're. I think we're looking at the word unlocked differently.
This is semantics.
Yeah, like tapping into or
we are arguing
discovering an ability of his.
Yeah.
And there's none of that in this, and that's kind of a shame, right?
Sure.
Like,
yeah,
you know, if
I think a non-semantic argument to that would be it's been 2 years. He's probably flexed those muscles and all that surprises wore off and become mundane to him.
Right. In which case the character is a little mundane to me. Right. In which case what we're getting 2 years later is a far more generic action character.
Sure. I would grant that.
And that's a shame. I think it's a shame because part of what makes that first movie great is that gimmick, is the gimmick of that character, right? It's like if the second Harry Potter movie comes out and all of a sudden he doesn't have magic. And you're like, well, that was kind of the point.
I would grant you a piece of that in that, we don't get that from his skill set, but we do get that from his knowledge base about what's going on and his connection to the world and what's happening in it.
Yeah. Speaking of this movie,
past.
Speaking of this movie being more grounded, I love, although it doesn't make any sense whatsoever, feels like a retconning of the character. There's at least one fight in this film where Jason just gets the shit kicked out of him.
There's only one fight in this scene.
Right. But Jason gets the shit kicked out of him. Yeah. He's got like a bloody nose when it's done. Which feels more realistic, but why 2 years later after honing these skills, where in the first film, very much fresh in the amnesia, the bitch doesn't even take a scratch from a knife fight, and now he gets in a little fist-to-fist tussle, and he's almost got a broken nose. That doesn't make sense. I like that it happens because it does feel more grounded. It feels more realistic.
He hasn't fought in 2 years.
It adds a little bit of stakes. I'm
not going to stand.
You know
on
what
that.
I mean.
I'm not standing on that hill.
Yeah.
I'm just throwing a semantic argument. I'm liking that word today.
And my final point, it's 3 bullet points here, but it's essentially all the same point. The final showdown of this film, Him going to Moscow.
The you're talking about the car chase specifically?
Well, just like literally from the moment he leaves the hotel room and goes to Moscow.
Okay.
It feels a little bit shoehorned in, not shoehorned in. It feels disjointed because it's not only like he's going and doing it because it's Jason tying up a loose end, but it also kind of feels like the story tying up one of its own loose ends, just because the main plot of this film is the cat and mouse chase between the CIA and Jason.
Yeah.
And that ends, or should end, the second Jason gets that audio recording. The confession is there. It's not me.
It pretty much does.
Yeah, it's not me. It's this guy. Well, but it doesn't, because Pamela, the very next minute, finds herself in a room looking at a monitor of Jason getting on a train, and they're like, oh, shit, it's Jason. And Pamela doesn't go, hang on, actually, there's been a blunder. He's not our guy. Just let him go. She's like,
still a rogue CIA agent.
Get on the phone but he's not, because for the last 2 years he's been retired. He's been out of the fight for 2 years.
He's not retired because
he's been lying low.
Lying low isn't retired.
So when are you no longer a CIA
retired
agent?
is like you've officially sent in your resignation. I'm no longer.
Yeah, but you can't do that when they're trying to kill you.
No. But that's what makes him rogue. He has not officially left the CIA. The CIA hasn't cleared him to leave. He hasn't officially left. He is rogue. He hasn't been signed off to leave.
I mean, they cleared him to leave when they tried to kill him. They don't want him.
They don't want him out there. They don't want him out there as bad as white-haired CIA guy.
Right. Anyways, the whole, it just felt like, to me,
they need to bring him in.
To me, that felt like the natural kind of like, there was what I imagined was going to happen was Jason was going to walk down the front steps of that hotel, meet Pamela out front, hand the recorder over and say, you may want to take a listen to this, and then does his disappear behind a passing by bus or whatever bullshit, right?
Sure.
It felt like the whole Moscow thing, which does feel disjointed from the actual main story.
It's part of the main story.
It's but like, it feels a little can you see how it feels a little disjointed?
Not really.
Like, it's
like the whole reason he's been sucked back into this world is because of the Moscow thing.
Yeah, I don't know. To me, it just felt like
the Moscow guy set him up to get rid of him, get him off the board, and also to clear. Okay, so the story of this film.
I know. I watched it.
Yeah, but you're saying it's disjointed.
Yeah. And I will die on that hill. That's a hill, because listen, because it yes, the Moscow thing, but
like, and he's not. Here's the other thing: he's not going to Moscow to tie up the loose end of the Moscow agent. That's not why he's going.
No, he's going to talk to that girl.
Yeah,
which was a stupid scene.
Why is that stupid?
Because it just didn't have any. It felt like a scene where
it's poetic. It ties it into why he's chasing them down for killing his lady.
Agreed, but it's based on the fact that, based on Matt Damon's performance and the tears welling up, the understandable tears welling up in the girl's eyes. It feels like it's supposed to be an emotional scene.
It is.
And it just did not, it didn't invoke. I was like, I don't know this girl. I literally
Jason Bourne though.
Yeah, but I literally just found, but none of this has weighed on me at all because I literally just found out the details of the fact that he killed this girl's parents like
That's
10
not the
minutes
emotional
ago.
part.
Like 10 minutes ago.
That's not the emotional part.
It's the basis for it.
It's why he's there.
It's the basis
but the emotional
for the
part
confession.
Is him releasing the emotions of losing his partner. He's saying, if I were you, I would want to know.
Right.
This whole film is him hunting those that were hunting him.
Yes.
To find out why they would kill her.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but that's revealed to him prior to this scene. It's revealed to him that it.
Right, but he doesn't have time to process it because he's in the shit.
I don't see how him going and doing right by this girl has anything to do with his wife dying. I don't understand the connection there at all.
Really?
Yes, really. I if I were to lie, I'd pick something more interesting.
He wants to know for what purpose they would hunt him down and kill her, accidentally trying to kill him.
Yes.
So that's the hunt.
Symmetry there.
In that hunt, he finds out that I killed this girl's parents and made her think that it was a murder suicide.
He's probably killed a lot of girls' parents.
Not that he knows of right now.
In this film alone. Right? Like, I don't know. I guarantee you a baby died in the car chase. Right? Like, it just felt like, yeah, the emotion. I'm a guy that it doesn't take a ton to get me to tear up during a movie. It doesn't. Like, I really get into it and I feel the emotions of the scene. Not at all in this scene.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. It just, for whatever reason, it just didn't. Right. And yeah, I tear up I've been tearing up watching Stranger Things. I've been tearing up. I tear up multiple times in Lord of the Rings. I tear up in so many movies. Oh God, Homeward Bound. Stupid movie.
So was the
but it
that's
just
a bad one.
And you're like,
so let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Rewinding to the beginning of the film.
Yeah.
Did the whole underwater trying to give her CPR thing completely ruin the impact of losing her for you?
No.
Because that hit every time I watch that scene hits me hard. Is when she takes the bullet and they careen off the cliff. And I'm always like, oh crap! What the heck?
I think the impact,
like it's a left hook you do not see coming.
Yeah, I didn't see it coming, and the impact of that moment is more so me going, holy shit, they killed her. Like, not they as in the character, but like the movie, right? Holy shit, they killed her. Where I feel emotional is a couple minutes later when I'm feeling what he's feeling. I'm having like an empathetic moment as the very next thing I have to do after losing the love of my life is burn the stuff. Burn any keepsakes I have of her, which would be her ID and her passports and the photo and stuff, which is weird because I thought that was a missed opportunity. It was a total missed opportunity because, and maybe it pops up in the third one, but they weren't planning on making a third one, so it doesn't count. We see him throw everything in the fire except for the photo of the two of them. Mm-hmm. We see him kind of hesitate. And then there's a cut, right? We don't actually see him burn it.
He doesn't.
But we don't see it reappear.
We do.
When?
It shows up later.
When?
He looks at it later. I can't remember the scene, but he does pull it out and look at it later.
Well, clearly it wasn't super memorable. Like there's a way. There was definitely a way to do that. Like that should have been the ending of the film. Should have been the reveal that he's kept it, and that even Jason Bourne, the super tactical, the whatever, has enough emotional attachment in his life. He has found the ability, not knowing who he is, to have enough emotional attachment and roots in his new life that he's created that he will ignore the tactical right answer, which is burn all evidence, and risk keeping this photo because otherwise he has nothing left to remind him of their time together. That would be a great last shot. That would be a great way to end this film. Not
we definitely see the photo a second time.
I believe you, but clearly it was not impactful enough of an execution that I somehow just missed it. But yeah, it feels like they set something up cool there, but then it feels like they bunted it instead of home run.
Okay. All right.
I think that's everything I've got. Yeah, that the confession scene was dumb. And that, yeah, Moscow just feels like an excuse for a car chase, and it just felt like it just felt like we got to end this movie with a big bang, which is a shame because there was something I really liked about the first one, was that it's a more realistic, like it's not this big ridiculous showdown at the end. Right? When the first one ends, I remember thinking, oh shit, I think this is over. Is this movie?
Right.
Like, are we wrapping up? Holy crap, we're wrapping up. Okay. And I didn't feel cheated. I didn't feel cheated out of the big car chase or the big action piece. I was like, okay, no, this was more about story than it was action. This one feels a little bit more about action.
There's not a lot of action in this, though.
There's not, but there's more than the first one.
There's a small chase scene at the beginning.
Yeah.
There's one hand-to-hand fight scene.
Yeah.
There's practically no gunplay.
No.
And outside of a few like very brief fisticuff moments,
but the last 20 minutes is all action.
There's that very long car chase at the end.
The long car chase, and then Jason getting shot, and then like the whole. Basically, all of Moscow is action.
From the point he gets shot, he's pretty much once his taxi takes off on him. That's the beginning of the chase. Yeah.
And it's a great action sequence.
Mm-hmm.
Again, they're relying too heavily on the tight cropped, shaky camera stuff. But what can you do? It's the time the movie was made.
Man.
What?
I don't know. I just feel a little bit shaken by your takes on this film. I don't know.
I'm still going to score it well.
It's I'm just like the fact that the confession scene at the end, you're like, I don't care. like that. I'm like, what? Where's your soul, man? Like he's literally like he is a character, has connected this confession to his own journey in this film. I
guess they haven't made me.
All right.
They haven't made me care about Jason enough.
I would like, and I don't think this Jason Bourne in this film, while the main character, the plot runs around his character and not about or through his character.
Yeah. And so
I really enjoyed that about this film.
And I wonder,
I enjoyed learning about the why they're using Jason Bourne and uncovering that mystery from the CIA's angle. Like, why are we after Jason?
Is it possible that your because how many times would you say you've seen this film?
Oh, at least like 8 or 9.
Okay, right. So many. So, and I mean, it's impossible. You'll never be able to objectively go back and put yourself in the shoes of the first time you watched it.
Right. And
So-
I'll never like.
So is it possible that some of your investment in the character in this film is tainted by your knowledge and your experience with where he goes in the films to come?
I would definitely say that. That's
Yeah.
what. Yeah. If you didn't say it, I was going to say that.
Yeah.
Right. Like, and kind of peek behind the curtain a little bit. Like this one kind of ends.
Yeah.
In a way that, okay, like,
Again, it feels like it's done.
Yeah, it feels like it's done.
Yeah.
And the second one kind
They
of
wanted it to be, apparently.
The third one kind of does a little bit of the same thing. Like, it pulls him in what I think is narratively a excellent way to pull Jason Bourne back into the fray.
Yeah.
And through that pulling him back in to the fray and into his past life, we learn more about his past.
Do you know what this film felt like to me? So think back to like season 1 of Supernatural.
Supernatural. Okay. Yeah. A little darker, gritty.
And, well, no, not even that. In the first 1 or 2 seasons, every episode, for the most part, is new town, new case.
Yeah.
However, there is... It still has the through story of dad's missing, we're looking for dad, and
Right.
the you know, the fact that Sam's girlfriend, I think it's Jess or Jessica, is, you know, we come home to find her on the ceiling, the same thing that happened to our mom all those years ago. Something's...
What's going on?
So, yeah.
This overarching mystery.
This film, to me, in the, like, didn't feel interconnected, felt like a continuation, but didn't feel interconnected, feels like 2 back-to-back episodes of the first season of Supernatural. If you remove the dad's missing, what's going on with the yellow-eyed demon, what's like that,
substitute that for the,
it just
Bourne
feels like
story.
this is just like he just got pulled back in.
Yeah.
Same character 2 years later, considerably different because it's 2 years later.
Yes.
So not a story that needed to be told, but a story that works. Like it works as, you know, this could have happened 2 years later.
I think that's a good kind of synopsis or take. Yeah.
Holy shit, we agreed on something.
It's a character who gets pulled back into something he doesn't want to storyline.
Yeah.
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 Does it a lot better than Taken 2.
I've only seen the first Taken.
I think
Isn't
I've
there
seen
4?
this. Yeah. At some
How many
point, you got to
Taken
ask.
movies are-
This joke's been done.
Don't take the Deadpool joke. It's from the first Deadpool. You can say it, but you have to give credit.
I'm not even going to say it.
How many Taken
You ruined it for
movies
me.
are there? There's only 3.
Yeah.
That's wild. Maybe it's time for a Taken 4. Nice legacy sequel. Okay, are you ready to score this?
No.
Oh.
I want to bring up the thingy so I know.
What you score? But I mean, you're ready for us.
Yeah,
to score.
I think.
Okay.
I think that what needs to be said has been said.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
so on a scale of 0 to 10, how would you rank the Bourne Supremacy?
I think it's as good as the first one. I'm going to give it 8.5. I think last and during the Bourne Identity thing, I mentioned that I like this one better.
Yeah.
But maybe our conversation has untinted the rose-colored glasses a little bit, but I definitely think it's on par.
Okay.
Still, so.
Okay.
You, sir?
I'm going to give it... So I gave Bourne Identity a 7.3. And you were all like, why don't you just give it a... I'm going to do it again.
You dick.
Going to do it again. I'm going to give it a 6.8. It's good.
2 points.
No. It's almost great. It's almost great. But it's just not...
7 is great.
Yeah, I think 7's a great film. Oh, you know my scoring thing.
You were so weird.
So
I do.
A 5 is a take it or leave it. 5's just middle of the road. I don't like it. I don't
6.8.
dislike it. It just exists.
Yeah.
10 is obviously perfection. 0 is obviously a Bruce Campbell film. The 3 neighborhood would be
Oh my goodness.
bad. Right? Or 4 would be like bad. 2 to 3 would be terrible. The 5 to 6 range is where it's good. That's a good movie. 7's great. 8 to 9 is amazing. And 10 is perfect.
Okay.
Yeah. That seems...
0.8. Oh,
yeah,
man.
6.8. I'm not loving so it feels like a good time for a little update here on the scores. So Carl's don't look. I'm going to reveal them to you.
Oh, fine.
You take all the fun out of this. So
why do you get to see them? Maybe I want to reveal them.
Carl's score for Carl's films. Carl's score for the films he's picked is a 7.5.
I feel like I should reveal for you, and you should. Reveal
I'm looking
me.
at it right now. So
I know, but
next time you can.
That's what I'm saying. Like when it's your film, I'll input the scores.
All right.
When it's
so Carl's score for his films is 7.5.
Okay.
My score for Carl's films is a 6.4. So a 1.1 swing, giving you a total of 7.0.
Average between us. Yeah.
Carl's score for my films is a 6.9. So he likes his films better than he likes mine, but he likes my films better than I like his. My score for my films is an 8.2. So I like my films the best out of all the films. Giving me an average of 7.5. We're only 0.5 off. The Jackass movies have really hurt me.
Yeah, I feel like it's not going to get a whole lot better.
So when Jackass
unless they take a drastic swing in what they do from here on out.
4,
which I don't think they will.
3.5, 4,
they seem to be stuck in their
4.5.
ways.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Higher production
6,
value
7.
with the same old.
So once
crappy
we're
jokes.
once we're done the Jackass films, I will have 7 films left
to rally
to just be like, and this film you will actually orgasm watching this, and this gold will fly out of your anus. This film is so good. It's gonna be tight. The scores, not the anus.
like a tiger.
What'd you watch this week?
Watch The Rookie.
Rookie.
We're on the last season that's on Disney.
Still making you uncomfortable?
No, that the serial killer got taken out. Actually, she took herself out.
Whoa, spoilers.
Weird. Well, not in the way you think.
Still spoilers.
It was weird. It was a weird way to go out.
You gotta temper those spoilers.
Anyway, There's other tensions there now, but
Yeah,
not the same.
But you get it. Because this is like how recent is this show?
It's the Rookie.
Yeah.
It's been going for a while. I don't know.
But it's like still on?
I think.
Like they're still making it?
I don't know. I think so.
Okay, well then no spoilers.
Anyway, it's not a spoiler. There's a bunch of serial killers in the show.
It's no spoilers.
And nobody knows what
It's
serial
still a
killer
spoiler.
I'm talking about. Anyway.
You just said you're on the last season.
Yeah, but the serial killer I'm talking about was like seasons ago. Last season's got like 28 episodes. It's going to take us a while to work through it. Family movie night. We watched a movie I'd never seen before. I'm glad I watched it.
Wait. Whose pick was it?
I picked it.
And
You're never gonna guess.
Animated or not?
Yes. We're going to do 20 questions?
Yeah.
Okay.
Animated or not?
Yes.
No, which?
Animated.
It's animated. Okay. So
I
you
guess
picked
that
it.
wasn't a yes or no question.
Yeah, you picked it. It's animated. Are you the only one that liked it?
No.
Did your wife like it?
Yes.
Is it Disney?
It's on Disney Plus. Do you want a more actual answer to that?
Well, I mean, if it's on Disney Plus, that's probably Disney.
Well, I mean, where would that be? I guess it'd be IMDb would have that, right?
Yeah.
Streaming.
Or Wikipedia or whatever. I mean, if it's on Disney Plus.
Production. It's on Disney Plus.
Okay. Made in the last 10 years?
Oh, then I have to go up here. Definitely not. No.
Made post 1999.
Yes.
A well-known cast?
Some people in it. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, there's a few well-known actors in it.
I don't know. What'd you watch? I don't know.
Treasure Planet.
Oh my God! Are you freaking kidding me?
Yeah.
So you're not. No one is going to believe this, but Treasure Planet popped into my head like a second before I said, I don't know, what is it?
Did you really?
Yeah, but then I was like, I'm pretty sure that's from the 90s. And so then I was like, yeah, so then I was like, oh, well, then I if it's not Treasure Planet, I don't know what it is. And then I was like, okay, what is it? And then you're like, Treasure Planet. And I'm like,
you should have took a shot.
son of a bitch. Okay. And
I liked it.
Yeah,
it was good. It was good. The whole time
it's a very you movie.
Yeah, the whole time I was watching it though, it gave me very Titan AE vibes.
Okay.
You seen that?
No. We talked about this last week.
Titan AE?
Yeah.
Oh man.
And you asked if I'd seen it and I said no. And you were like, what?
Is it on the list?
You gotta stop doing drugs.
I gotta put it on the list now before I forget.
You've got ketamine brain.
Because Titan AE is awesome. That's not. That's the other list.
I don't even know what it is. Is it animated?
It's animated.
Okay.
It's a space animated kind of opera thing. But it
like with fat women singing and horned bras?
No, like a space story.
Oh.
Space opera doesn't mean singing.
No, I was just clarifying. I didn't know if it was an opera in space.
Titan AE stands for Titan After Earth.
Oh, I'm interested now. Means nothing to me.
It's a great story.
Okay. I'm sure it is.
Anyway.
That's it?
It's a great kind of so Treasure Planet, really fun alternate telling of the Treasure Island story.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Cool.
enjoyed it. And then me and the wifey watched a musical that if you've seen this, you might know what I'm talking.
Okay.
We watched a musical.
Yeah.
That
you hate musicals.
Just wouldn't. I don't mind musicals.
Okay.
I don't hate
but you
them.
sighed.
This one is a bad musical.
Like
this is a bad musical in my opinion.
Okay.
It was not a fun movie.
Okay.
It had moments that were intriguing and kind of potentially fun, but just
okay.
It was called Into the Woods.
Yeah.
Have you seen Into the Woods?
Yeah.
So bad.
So not only have I seen Into the Woods, so I saw Into the Woods in the theater when it first.
Oh, did you really?
Well, because it was
sorry.
like it's Meryl Streep and it's Johnny Depp and it's all these Anne Hathaway, I think.
Big names.
Yeah. But years prior to this film coming out, I saw this as a stage production at the Stratford Shakespeare Festival.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Was the music kind of on par with the similar?
Oh yeah. And it was, and
goodness.
the stage production was incredible.
I wouldn't have been able to sit through it. The music, because like when I think of a musical and the musical numbers, I don't think of talking in sing-song, which is all this film was. Both my wife and I are like, there was only ever one song and everybody just talked through it, but in sing-song.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I'm going to walk through the woods and I'm going to Granny's house and I'm going to give her cookies and like
that's not actually the song.
but that's pretty much what happened. The whole film. It's just like you're just singing what you're doing.
So,
and not in a very appealing way.
What I will say,
it just sucked. And then the film kind of ends. I'm out of water.
Yeah.
And it doesn't. And then the second ending is very anticlimactic and boring as hell.
Yeah. The problem is, so I will say, I will say this. Amazing stage production. Terrible movie. Really bad movie. However, the one song that you chose to like shit talk, which is
the same song throughout the whole film,
which is Little Red Riding Hood's, like, to me, that is the one sequence of that film that really works, and I really like when she's like in James Corden's like bakery and is
you
like
mean
sweet,
the 5 minutes before she leaves the bakery?
and is like sweet talking him out of the and the wife is just like, oh no, go ahead, take this, and James Corden's just like, you little thief, and is just like, to me, that sequence is amazing and so much fun, but not at all representative of the film to come.
I would say that scene is appealing and interesting because you haven't sat through the whole film.
Yeah, no.
Because the song is fresh and fun and you haven't heard it before.
Yep.
And then it just keeps going and going.
I mean,
and other people are singing different songs, but to the exact same song.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Let go of your mic.
And
why? You just
I'm drying up.
So old.
I'm drying up.
Yeah, but what's
it's dry in here.
But it's really not.
It is.
Okay. But no, I love that scene because and her version of that song, because it's cheeky and it's more lighthearted, and then like with the mouth full of stuff when she's already like, or she's got her arms full of it all and she's like, I really hate to ask it, but do you have a basket? And and James Corden's just like, get this menace out of my house. To me, that's a great scene.
It's a fun scene.
I think Meryl.
But I think it's fun because the song hasn't been.
I think I think there's good
death and
good
back to life and
performances.
then back to death. And
Yeah, I think there's good performances in a terrible film. Like Meryl Streep as the witch. I think she's great.
fun. Yeah.
She's great. Horrible movie.
Yeah. Yeah, we're on the same page.
I saw half of it in the theater.
You walked out?
No, I fell asleep. I slept through half of it.
I was nodding off.
Yeah, I slept through half of it.
I forced myself awake.
And it was a couple years later that I was finally like, okay, I should watch this. Not good.
No,
Not
it's
good.
bad.
We should at some point we should do an episode on it.
Well, I've been tossing around this idea. I don't know if I mentioned it to you. I think that like
Stop playing with your microphone.
if we ever wrap this, well, I want to be able to move it away if I have to cough.
Okay, well then move it away when you have to cough.
But I might have
but
to
don't
cough.
but don't handle it.
If this series ever wraps up, or we ever make time to do another one,
Yeah.
and I think Pete would be really fun to drag into this one, because the first movie that the three of us ever saw together kind of falls into this vein. Is we should watch crappy movies and talk about them.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, what are you talking about? But I guess you weren't there. The first movie Pete and I ever watched together was not The Room.
No, I said you, me, and Pete.
Well, I know, but I was thinking that you were there for the first movie I showed Pete, because it was like, I barely knew Pete. Like, I didn't know him at all. And then he told me that he had not seen this movie.
What movie was it?
Back to the freaking future.
Really?
And I was like,
You immediately ran over to his house with
no,
his copy.
he came over to my house, and I was like, you either come over and watch this, or you can't be in my life. I can't know you.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. So I think that would be a fun
Yeah.
series of episodes to do for the
should do it.
podcast, where we rotate around picking like the worst movies we can think of.
Yeah. I'm game.
And just
Yeah. I can think
or even
but,
like
okay.
Here's an even better, like movies we know aren't good,
Yep.
but nostalgically as a child we enjoyed. Like one of the ones that comes to my mind is like a movie called Surf Ninja.
Yeah. See, the problem with that is that then we can't do the Into the Woods thing. So I think it should just be, I think it'd be funny if we did a couple rounds of us each just making the rest of the group miserable. Just being like, all right, we're in this together.
Well, I don't know if I would enjoy watching Surf Ninja now as an adult. There would probably be some nostalgia joy there.
Would you say that the setup for this series, the rules, would be the other two aren't allowed to veto? Like, they can't be like, oh no, that's terrible.
Oh no, you can't veto somebody's pick.
Ladies and gentlemen, for 6 years now, there's a movie I've never seen. For 6 years now, there's been a running joke on this show, a film that we were never actually going to review because there was no way I was going to convince anyone to sit down and watch it with me. However,
it's a film you haven't seen.
I haven't seen.
Has Pete seen it?
No, but it's just bad.
You just know it's a bad
just
film.
Bad.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So take this moment as the moment when there was not even a flame, but a little ember of hope that someday, maybe it'll be episode 1000, because that's how you drive this sucker home. It's probably going to be our last ever episode when we review The Human Centipede.
Oh my goodness.
Because as much as I don't want to see that film, I am willing.
Oh man, I don't want to see that film.
No one wants to see that film.
Jeff Goldblum doesn't want to see that film, and he lived it.
Jeff Goldblum.
Isn't he like in it? No, he's in The Fly.
He's in The Fly.
Different
Whoa.
film. Different universe.
But I don't want to see this film either. I don't want to see it. You don't want to see it. I know Pete doesn't want to see it. But I think the one thing that we can all agree on, it would make a good episode. It would make for some good content.
That's what I was saying. Like, tossing it around in my
some
mind.
good
Like,
content.
we're just crap talking a film the whole episode. Nobody's got anything good to say about it. Somebody might find, like we just did with Into the Woods, be like, there's moments of light, but they're quickly snuffed out.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Is that all you watched?
That is all I watched.
Okay.
Yes. What did you watch?
I mean, I
sir?
guess at any point I could just sit. The problem is I know I don't want to watch it twice. So
Yeah.
And that would really tank my score.
You might as well do it for content.
That would really tank my score. No. But I was saying I could force
this.
I could force the Human Centipede into the show by just watching it and then being like, hey, have you seen the Human Centipede? But I know I don't want to watch it twice.
Yeah.
What did I watch? We're still watching Stranger Things.
You're not done yet?
No, it's well, because I've got the play that.
The play. You
so
started doing
play
that.
Practice 3 nights a week, and then 1 night a week we do this, and then it seems to just line up that the nights that
the play is going to eat up your life for the next 3 months.
Then Brienne's working nights, right? And there's been a couple of times where it's like the middle of the afternoon, and we're like, we could watch the Stranger Things now, but it's such a dark show that unless you like tape garbage bags up to like really black out the windows, you can't see shit. And it's just not the right
mood
vibe. So still watching that. And then I watched on YouTube, but it's like official because it was on like Disney's YouTube channel.
Okay.
Like an hour and 15-minute documentary on the construction of Disney World. Disney World? Disneyland. Whichever one is in California.
In California or Disney or in Orlando?
No, California. Like the initial, like getting into the idea of even ever having amusement park in like the 50s and late 50s, early 60s.
Well, wasn't the first one wasn't in California?
Yeah, it was.
Was it?
Yeah.
No. Really?
Yeah. According to this documentary.
Oh, wild.
Yeah.
I never would have assumed that.
Because he would like drive there every Sunday to see how the progress was going.
From Florida.
No. From Hollywood. Thank you for watching, listening, however you chose to endure this. We've got Facebook, Instagram, and X all listed down below. Please check those out. We have a Patreon page where you can support the show and help pay for the purchase of a Human Centipede DVD so that we can... Blu-ray. 4K. You really want to see...
We will
deets.
buy it digitally.
Yeah, we could do that.
So that...
Then I don't own it. I would probably just rent it for the $2.99 or whatever it is. I don't need...
You can't rent movies on Xbox anymore.
No, but there's like a dozen other apps that you can. And we have merch.
You have to put on your head.
Merch!
And your body.
Well, your head's
we
part of your
should
body.
get socks so we can put it on our toes.
We could do socks. Some movie men.
I need some movie
But then
men
the
socks.
problem is you don't know, like, are you
know what
doing
we should do?
knee highs? Or are you doing crew cut? Are you doing
have you seen
ankle socks?
No.
The socks with the toes?
No. You do fancy stuff. We need like a fancy man line. Where you ever
like
see
a gentleman's
we're like
movie men.
We're like the tie
cigar cutters.
The tie has got like a movie men logo, kind of so small and such a nice pattern that from a distance
Seems
it
like
just
dots.
looks like dots or lines or something like that.
I have one.
But then when you look up close, it's like, oh, that's cool. It's the Millennium Falcon chasing a TIE fighter.
I have one like that with their skull and crossbones.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, from like even this distance, you're like, oh, there's some kind of pattern on there. But then you get up close and you're like, oh,
that's dark.
Yar.
Matey. Yar. Oh! I did watch another movie.
Oh my God.
We watched Pirates of the Caribbean.
Wow.
I don't know how I forgot that.
How many times?
I didn't write it down.
How many times do you think that's happened? Where he's completely forgotten about a film because I've failed to reference the film accidentally.
Yarr. Fun.
The first one, Curse of the Black Pearl,
Yeah.
and
It's a great film. It was.
What I love about that is that it's so funny to me that he was never meant to be the main character. Mm-hmm. In that first movie,
stole the franchise.
Yeah, that Will Turner is the main character of that first movie. And not only was he not meant to be the lead or the mascot of the series, he almost got fired so many times because Disney was so nervous about his interpretation of the Jack Sparrow was not written as a drunk, was not written as a Keith Richards kind of
teetotaler,
right? Like that was all Johnny.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to watching the Cash Grab sequel.
Yeah, should. Pirates of the Caribbean.
That was the perfect place to end.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
He's got to have the last word.
Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl, is a cash grab. It's a film based on an amusement park ride. Cash grab.